Welcome to the demo of the 24D Smart Operations feature, Manage and Resolve Exceptions using Production Supervisor Workbench in Oracle Fusion Cloud Manufacturing. This enhancement allows production supervisors to efficiently search for, create, edit, and close exceptions logged by operators. Supervisors can quickly access details about each exception and take appropriate actions for resolution. Depending on the exception type, specific actions are available to address each issue. It's crucial for production supervisors to monitor exceptions logged by operators to ensure timely triage and resolution. With this update, supervisors gain improved visibility into ongoing issues on the shop floor. They can resolve problems faster using a single interface, ultimately enhancing overall shop floor productivity. This demo shows you how you can use this feature. We'll start by reviewing the Manage Exceptions page, where you can see the list of exceptions that need resolution for your work center. We'll explore the search functionality available for locating exceptions. Next, we'll navigate to the View Exceptions page, where you can review and add any additional affected operations. We will also cover how to update the status and reschedule operations. We'll discuss the steps required to close both an exception line and the exception itself. Next, we will review actions that can be taken specific to the exception type. We will review the request maintenance action as part of this. Finally, we'll demonstrate how to create a new exception. I am logged in as the production supervisor and have selected the work execution work area in supply chain execution. Click the Production Supervision task to launch the Production Supervisor Workbench. In the current update, the Supervisor Workbench features information organized into 3 tabs: Work Orders, Exceptions, and Reporting. In this demo, we will focus on the Exceptions tab in detail. Click on the Exceptions tab. The Exceptions tab enables the supervisor to manage exceptions that need to be resolved within the designated work center. This tab provides an exception-centric view of resolving exceptions. The supervisor can select the work center for which they are responsible. Here, I have selected the All Work Centers option so that I can see exceptions across all work centers. On this page, you can search for an exception using the exception number, material name or resource name. Here, you can see that searching for the specific string 99-foot returns results that match the search criteria. You can use the filter to view open, closed, or all exceptions, with the default setting showing only open exceptions. The status of each exception is displayed as a badge. Click the View icon for a specific exception to see more details. You are now in the Exception Details page and can view its details. The exception header displays the type, severity, and the details of the exception logged. Each exception can have one or more operations affected by the exception. As a supervisor, you can view the details of the exception, assess it, and add more affected operations. To do this, click the Add Operation action. Here, you can search for and add affected operations. Use the filter chips to refine or expand your search. The default selection displays operations that reference the exception object, are in release status, and have a dispatch status of either ready or future. Remove the released filter chip. Select a work order operation. Click the Add button. The selected operation is now added as an affected operation to the exception. Next, select an affected operation and click the Update Work Order Status action. Select On Hold Status. Click the Update button. Notice that the status of work order of the selected affected operation was updated to On Hold status. Click the Action menu to access options specific to the type of exception. For a material type exception, you can perform the reserve and substitute actions. If it's a resource type exception, you can initiate the request maintenance action. For all exceptions, the reschedule operation action is available. Click the reschedule action to proceed. Select the planned start or planned completion date of the operation that you want to reschedule. Enter the new planned start time of the operation and click the Reschedule button. The work order operation has now been rescheduled to the specified time. Select the affected operation. You can select one or more operations and close the affected operations. This changes the status of the exception line for the affected operation to closed. If you have resolved the exception completely for all the affected operations, you can close the exception itself. Click on the Close Exception action in the exception header. Closing the exception header will close all affected operations as well. Confirm by clicking the Close Exception button. The exception status in header and all affected operations are updated to closed. Navigate back to the exception list page. Select exception 116, which is a resource type of exception, and then click the View icon. For resource type exceptions, you can resolve the exception by raising a maintenance work order request. Click the Request Maintenance Action button. Enter the details of the new maintenance work order along with the description of the problem. The asset numbers that can be picked are those which are mapped to the resource instances of the resource. Click Submit to proceed. This creates a maintenance work order. Click the Exceptions link to navigate back to the Exceptions list view. As a supervisor, you may need to report an exception for another work center or on behalf of an operator. You can create a new exception by clicking the Report Exception button. Select the exception type as Work Center. Here, I have entered other details required to create the exception. Now, click the Create button. Click the Add operation to add affected operations. Select the operations that are affected by this exception. Click the Add button. The affected operations are added to the newly created exception. Click the Exceptions link to return to the listing page. This is the end of the feature demo. Thank you.